just passing on through White River. It's the home of Winnie the Pooh. Doesn't look like it very much. So there we go, we found Winnie the Pooh. And the story goes that the Canadian Army Veterinary Corps bought a black bear from this location, White River, and took it with them when they went overseas for the First World War. They named the bear Winnie, and it wasn't until they got to France and after the war that A.A. Milne discovered the bear, fell in love with it, and even A.A. Milne's son. There's pictures right here of the son playing with the bear, and son was Christopher Robin Milne. I never ever knew that. I didn't realise that Christopher Robin was the son of the author, but there you go. So there's Winnie the Pooh with the army officer that bought him, and there's Winnie the Pooh with Christopher Robin right there. If you look a bit closer, you can see Christopher Robin's feeding Winnie the Pooh a spoonful of honey. So that's where the stories come from. So yeah, there you go. Bit of history for us about Winnie the Pooh, of all things. We weren't expecting to see this while we're out here, were we, Emma?
No, Nan would have loved this.
Yeah, Nan would have loved this. She was a big fan of Winnie the Pooh.
Huge fan.
I don't know if she'd ever made it out to White River, but she's with us right now, so... Load of mining machinery outside of the town here, and a great big sign in front of us, we'll show you in a minute. Can't believe the scale of this place. Careful! So we're looking at a Newmont Golden Giant, and this once again is mine machinery. Just to give you a scale of it, there's little Emma stood next to the bucket. She can climb in the bucket, and I mean she's not even as tall as the tyres. They're probably taller than I am. It's a serious piece of equipment. I wouldn't want to change the tyre on one of these.
Taller than me.
Yeah. And that's how much gold this thing pulled out of the ground. If that thing pulled out that much gold, why is it just parked at the side of the road? Why isn't it in a museum somewhere? Thing's worth a fortune. It's like my $1 million trowel I've got. How you doing? Wow, if you ever needed a recovery hook, that's the guy right there. Wow. Emma's driving. Look out, everybody. That's right.
Good.
You got it. A bit of a different stop, but I've never seen one of these before. Machinery does interest me. Look at the Detroit in that thing. Wow. Big Allison transmission bolted to it. Would have to be. But yeah, that's a serious piece of equipment. 4 hours later, we've made it out of Wawa and we're on our way to Thunder Bay. We're making it there slowly. I say slowly because we're taking it easy in Gramps. We're doing 80 kilometers an hour the whole way, and that way we can keep it under 2,000 RPM and keep our fuel costs somewhat reasonable. Anything more than that seems to drink it. It's not 6 litre. What do I expect? I know. But yeah, just pulled up the side of the road here to make some sandwiches. We're just stopping briefly for lunch. Peanut butter sandwiches, not going to bother cooking. We're trying to put some mileage down because the way it's going, we've got 3 weeks to do the entire journey. We figure a week to do a third of the journey, so a week in Ontario, and then we've got 2 more weeks to work our way across the rest of the way. But yeah, just stopping at this incredible view. The lakes here are incredible. Every 500 meters you're going to see something similar, the same thing. Just incredible. Just wish there was more pull-ins and more time for it, but not this time. But we'll be coming back through Northern Ontario for sure. That was me saying about taking it easy on the old truck. We pull over here, go to start the truck, won't, cranks, but it's like we got no fuel. I've tried to tap in the fuel pump, I've swapped the fuses around at the front, the big relay thing too, and yeah, no good. So don't know what we're going to do. Maybe I have to call CAA. We've got that now, so that's what we've got it for, but we'll see if we can't get it going first, but there's always something. And yeah, today's just been one of those days, and it's just going to turn in one of those evenings, I'm sure. But won't let it get to the worst of us. We can get it fixed, get it going again. Just got to work out what the issue is, and hopefully we'll be back on the road soon. Well, we fixed it. Fuel pump. Gave the tank a few good knocks while Emma was turning it over, and boom, off it went. So we need to sort that out. We can do that when we get to Thunder Bay, but they were going to charge us to, we rang CAA and that, and we're already covered for 10 kilometers, so they were going to charge us for the rest of the journey. And we need to get this thing going, so here we go. I don't know why in particular it stopped there. It stopped to go for a pee of all things, and then the truck won't go again. At any rate, we're on the road again. Let's see if we can get there. Well, I can not tell you how relieved I am to have the truck going again. I was concerned there for a minute. You know, I went round, checked all the fuses, swapped all the fuses, swapped the relays, checked everything. Went underneath, tapped the fuel pump, nothing. You know, usual sort of checks. Well, I can't hear the fuel pump running, so it's definitely that, but like I'm starting to think, oh no, it's electrical. So I go around, check all the wiring, you know, check everywhere that it might have run through. By this point, I'm really starting to worry. We've called CAA, and they're going to organise a tow truck to come out. And it turns out we've just pulled the paperwork up now. We are fully covered. We've got CAA plus RV, the maximum one we can get. But the lady on the phone was telling us we're only covered for 10 kilometres and we'd have to pay the rest and whatever else. I don't know whether that's because it's another tow company's truck they were going to send out or what. But at any rate, I decided that was no good. So get back underneath with the FBH and give it a few more knocks while Emma's turning it over. And sure enough, it fired up and we're on our way. It's one of those things now, it's a question of do I do it, get it fixed straight away, or do I leave it until it actually becomes an issue? You know, fuel pumps can absolutely stop once when you're stopped and then go for months afterwards, or years even, but it's whether or not we'll take the risk. But at least this way we can get into town tonight and find somewhere to stop. I guess the test will be, if it doesn't start in the morning, then we'll go and get a pump, and I guess I'll try and fit it myself at the side of the road. Trouble is, we've still got quite a lot of fuel in the truck, and we still will do by the time we get there, so the tank's going to be heavy, and I need to buy a jack or two. Unless there's somebody up there who can lend us one, but we'll find out when we get there. We put a little post on Facebook to tell everyone we're broken down. We're waiting till we got signal, now we're driving again to put a post up to say we're back on the road. But yeah, saved us a tow, saved us a lot of hassle, and now we can get to somewhere sensible. We're not going to have to sleep in a garage forecourt or anything like that. So all good news, glad to be back on the road. We will let you know what goes on when we know ourselves. whatever it is just stopped. Fuel gauge has gone right back up. Nope, it's on again. Well, we made it up to Thunder Bay. Trusty old Walmart again. Going to be shutting it down early this evening. It is Victoria Day today, so it's a long weekend. There's going to be no parts stores or anything open. We'll resume in the morning. I don't know whether I need to get this thing checked out on the computer or what the issue is. But we're just going to head round now, get our bearings. The local GM and stuff's pretty close to us too if we do need it put on the computer tomorrow. But that issue seemed to stop before we pulled in. I haven't tried restarting the truck again yet to see if the fuel pump's going. I don't know if I can be bothered to deal with it this evening, so that's why we're going to shut it down early, get some food into us, and probably get some more editing done or something. But yeah, not all is lost. We made it into town. We weren't stuck at the side of the road or anything, so yeah, it's all good in that respect. Not much of a video today, I do know, but we were figuring we'd do a good long driving day, and then we had to show you some stuff this afternoon, evening, but didn't work out like that. We sat at the side of the road for nearly an hour before I got the thing going. But anyway, huge love. We'll catch you all in the morning when hopefully the adventure will resume.